Hello, I'm John Higgins. I'm retired from the National Labor Relations Board, and I'm chair of the Video History Project of the College of Labor and Employment Lawyers. For the next 30 minutes or so, you'll see the story of the Boston Labor Guild, a labor school for workers that's been in existence since 1946. When the Labor Guild was created by then Cardinal Cushing of Boston, it became one of a string of more than 150 such worker schools around the United States, operated for the most part by the Jesuits. There were schools in San Francisco and Los Angeles, New Orleans, St. Louis, Cleveland, Hartford, and in many other cities. Indeed, cities such as Detroit, Pittsburgh, and New York had as many as 8 schools operating at the same time. Jewish worker schools were also very active during these years. All of these schools, with the exception of Boston, have ceased to exist as independent units. Some became part of Catholic colleges in their respective communities, and others just closed. The Labor Guild in Boston continues to operate as a very active labor school in the old tradition. Because these schools played such an important part in the history of unions in the United States, the Video History Project decided to tell its story and to look at how and why the Boston School continues to function so well. In this video, you'll see the volunteers who staff the school and the worker students seeking to learn more about how their unions function and what their roles are in these unions.
So I'm a first generation union member. I don't come from a family with a lot of union people, and I'd go to meetings and I wouldn't understand exactly what people were talking about, and a lot of times there's jargon and lingo used, and I had no clue. So from the classes I've been able to take at the Guild, I've really been able to gain an understanding of what a contract is, how it's negotiated, what a grievance is, how a grievance is handled, and more and more about the arbitration procedure. Prior to that, it was all Greek to me.
The knowledge that I've gained from these courses just empowers me, gives me more confidence to progress within my union.
As president, the parliamentary procedures class has been the most important for myself. It gives me credibility and has my members have the confidence in myself to preside and make the rulings fairly, to run a smooth and efficient meeting.
Just a few voices from current Labor Guild students. Hello, I'm Lisa Field, President and Chair of the Labor Guild Board. According to the Labor Guild's 1945 charter, the Guild promotes justice and good order in area workplaces by inspiring, motivating, and helping men and women to act with conscience, know-how, and courage in labor management relations. We tie everything we do at the Labor Guild to our mission. We honor our past, educate our present, and build our future. The Labor Guild continues an 8-decade tradition of fostering a healthy labor management climate. Let's first explore the Guild's early history.
Father Mark Fallon, a priest of the Congregation of Holy Cross, serving as Executive Director of the Labor Guild of the Archdiocese. I came to the Guild from the world of Latino immigrant worker centers, New Bedford and in Framingham. Cardinal Richard Cushing, raised in a union family, son of a blacksmith for the city transit, founded the Labor Guild in 1945 as the Catholic Church teaching for labor education had evolved over the previous 50 years. This important component of Catholic social teaching traces its beginnings to Pope Leo XIII's publication of the encyclical Rerum Novarum in 1891. Having listened to bishops in Europe and North America comment on the social inequalities for workers moving from rural farms to urban factory tenements, Pope Leo rejected pure socialism for its limits on individual rights and responsibilities, and prescribed duties for the church and the state in this new social context. While the document was ignored by many who brought on the 1890s Gilded Age opulence for wealthy, while urban slums persisted and the First World War with its carnage gave way to unsecured investments on Wall Street in the 1920s, ultimately the Great Depression brought a halt to the liberal economy during the 1930s. In turn, Pope Pius XI wrote Quadragesimo Anno in 1931, a 40-year assessment of the world's economy since the original document Rerum Novarum. Pope Leo concluded that all levels of the Church needed to be engaged in the world's industrial economy and urged workers to form trade associations and discussion groups. As such, following the Second World War, Archbishop Cushing founded our apostolate in a time that ultimately saw over 150 labor schools sponsored by Catholic dioceses and colleges throughout the United States. So if we may accept our founders' trinity of Popes Leo and Pius, along with Cardinal Cushing, the School of Industrial Relations for the Labor Guild has assumed an important and prominent role in Catholic social teaching for the past 75 years. These are our core values: the dignity of the human person, the social nature of the individual, the need for human solidarity, and the preferential option for the poor. Also a values-based and pro-worker perspective that also appreciates management's role in creating the common good. The Guild serves and is viewed as an influential and moral voice for positive workplaces, genuine dialogue, and effective collective bargaining. The Guild's style is collaborative with a problem-solving focus, and we support collective bargaining as one of the proven and effective methods for solving the growing income inequality in the United States economy. While we're grateful for scores of loyal faculty, students, executive board members, and so many supporters over the years, our guiding foundation has truly been with the Society of Jesus, in the persons of Fathers Mort Gavin and Ed Boyle, as they steered the Guild through currents of social change and direct challenges to organized labor over 45 years.